A new true crime series premieres tonight on CBS. Author Harlan Coben, known for writing thrillers and murder mysteries, will help tell the stories of real-life cases.
It's called Harlan Coben's Final Twist. It'll be 1-hour episodes diving into these high-profile crimes. And joining us now is Harlan Coben himself, host and executive producer of the series. Harlan, great to have you with us here on the show.
Thanks for having me. Nice to see you guys.
All right, so you're known for writing fiction. So many of your books, they've been turned into films and shows that a lot of us has watched on Netflix. But this is about real people and real crime. So what inspired you to take these cases on?
Well, you know, they say truth is stranger than fiction. And these cases that we're showing on Final Twist prove that beyond the shadow of a doubt. I mean, tonight's case, this terrible, tragic murder of Billy and Billy, the final twist, if I had written this in a book, you would have taken the book and thrown it at me. You would have sent me nasty emails if you had watched it on one of the networks saying, oh, this could never happen. And yet, you know, fiction has to follow some rules. Reality doesn't. And that's one of the things that really fascinates me about these cases.
You know, true crime series are really popular right now. There are a lot of them out there. But what sets Harlan Coben's Final Twist apart? And, you know, kind of you touched on this. Unlike fiction, how do you handle the fact, or do you address in any way the fact that these crimes were real and they've, you know, impacted real people and their families?
Well, absolutely. I mean, part of it is this is giving the victims a voice and agency. That's part of what we really wanted to do and be respectful. So you're not just stirring people's minds and their pulses as you race through the story to find out the answers, but hopefully we're stirring your heart as well. And so you understand that there's real implications here. And I think what fascinated me about these stories are they're similar to the kind I try to tell in fiction, where you think it's one thing, you think it's another, and then boom. And this is a story of two people named Billy, a couple, Billy and Billie Jean, when they're found brutally murdered in their home. And when you start to investigate, is it a CIA agent? Is it cyberbullying? Is it a simple social media request? And he starts to spiral the story, and the final twist, the final answer, will make your jaw drop. And I think all of those things combining is one of the things that fascinated me about, you know, hosting Final Twist.
So on these episodes, are we hearing from like the families and law enforcement? Are you narrating it? What's the format like?
Yeah, I'm popping in and out a little bit as the host of the show, but trying to let people speak for themselves, the law enforcement agencies, the victims' families, and things like that. It's really sort of interesting in the sense that you're also getting a look. You know, we have a habit of thinking law enforcement is perfect because we watch too much TV and see like, oh, they found a hair, they have it all solved, and that's not how it works. So there's also an educational element of how our legal system works and how law enforcement works. How it affects families. Some of these cases have taken years and years to solve. And this one, which is, you're just not going to believe the answer. It's just so out there, and yet it feels real because it's reality. Again, if I tried writing it in a book, I don't think I would have been able to pull it off.
Yeah.
A lot of murder mysteries we watch and we never get the answer at the end. So at the end of each episode, will we know the answer and what happened?
I insisted on that. I did not want open cases. I wanted closed cases. I don't think it's fair to ask a viewer to invest. Each show's an hour. We're able to do it in an hour, tell the whole story, but they had to be solved cases. I don't think it's fair to leave it open-ended at the end unless you're warning people. So yeah, you'll find out really the tragic answer of what happened to this wonderful couple, Billy and Billie Jean. So every episode will end with what actually the answer is. You're not going to be left hanging.
Okay. Harlan Coben, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
And again, Harlan Coben's Final Twist premieres tonight at 9 on CBS. You can also stream it on Paramount Plus as well.
It sounds honestly really interesting. I mean, it really does. And I like what he said about, you know, recognizing that and being respectful to the families that these crimes have impacted.
Yeah.
But boy, he was, you know, he was a really interesting guy, and I loved his library.
Yeah, I know. I asked him if his backdrop, if it was a fake background that, you know, you click to, or if that was actually his library. It makes sense, though, that he would have a nice library. Yeah. You know, I mean, I would expect it.